Restarting Project Nerf Nerd in 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we will be doing a Scratch video or tutorial depending on what you prefer to call it. So, what exactly is Scratch? Well, Scratch is a two-dimensional coding website, unlike Unity, which is completely free, so you don't have to worry about any costs for that. That's kind of why I like to use it, is not just because it's free, but it's also understandable is another reason. So the first thing you want to do when you get to this website is you want to sign in or make an account if you don't already have one. Again, completely free. It's easy enough to do, and it's very similar to many other websites in signing in. So I'm signed in, and signing in, if you just want to play around on the site, it really doesn't help you that much. But if you want to post games on it, or play other games and like their games, or comment on them, then you need to sign in. You can still play games if you're not signed in, but you just can't comment on them and whatnot. So that's what this is. Now, the first thing you're going to notice after you signed in is the search bar, or hopefully the first thing is the search bar. So you can search around for games and whatnot. Of course, hopefully nothing. Yeah, nothing's going to come up. Clicking on this just brings you back to the home screen, and this just shows you all the games you've made. Got quite a few in there. This shows you if somebody comments on or responds to your comment, then that it shows up in messages. Many things can show up in messages. Also, yes, it's April Fool's Day. So I'm recording this today. Yeah. Now we're just going to move into Create, which is where you make your games. So it's going to load up, and that will take a second. So here we are now. So this is the first thing, this is what shows up. This is the default screen for 2020 and 2021. I say that because it seems to change very often. This is not part of Scratch, of course. This is actually just for my recording thing. But, yeah. Right now, we have this part, which tells you about your sprite and whatnot. And this is your code blocks. So we're going to go through this first. This part allows you to name your sprite or change its name. This shows you where it is on the X and Y axis, and the unit of measurement for that is by pixels. So if you need to be very exact with it, then you can measure it by pixels. This tells you whether it will be seen or not seen. So if I click on this, you can't see it, and if I click on this, then you can. This tells you what percentage size it's at. So right now it's full 100%. This is the exact size of the Scratch Cat, which is the default sprite and the mascot for Scratch. And this just tells you which direction he's facing. So if I change this to 0, then now he's facing that direction. So just get it back to default. And it always defaults to facing 90 degrees. The backdrops just is the background of it, so you can. And the system they use to make this is choosing one that they already have made for you. So that's just like a full folder of sprites or backdrops. You can draw your own custom one. You can get one or you can get a random sprite or backdrop from their files, or you can upload your own sprite or backdrop So like if you take a screenshot of something and you want that to happen. Now that's all explained. Let's move on to this. And this kind of looks complicated at first, so we're going to go through it one at a time. And the first place we're actually going to start on is events, and there's two reasons. The first one is because this is April Fool's Day, so they changed this and made it cute. But the second reason is this will tell your codes when to be run. So they're not all going to run automatically, and you don't always want them to run automatically. So, my gosh, it's Uwu Cats. Anyway, we're going to pull these three out because we're going to mess with them. Those are the first things we're going to mess with. So let's just mess around with this. Move 10 steps. So each step is 1 pixel, and it moves in the direction that it's facing. So it's currently facing this direction, that works 0 degrees, 90 degrees, 180, 270, or 0, negative 90, negative 180, and negative 270, so on and so forth. Basically, you can just figure out what angle you need it to be, just based on the degrees. And that's for rotation. So we'll move 10 pixels this way on the because that's what direction it's facing. So if we click this flag, he moves. And if you look at this part, now that we've clicked it twice, he's moved 20 steps. Now you may notice that if we click on any of these buttons, he doesn't just move right back to zero, to the center. So we'll get into how that works later. Now if we move it over to here, he doesn't move automatically, but if I press space, then he starts moving. And there's the lag spike. Sorry, there's a lag spike on my device. That just happens commonly with this. I don't particularly know why. I guess it's just Scratch is either having troubles or it's just this device in general. But anyway, that's how that happens. And if we move it over to here, press this. If I click on him, he now moves. If I click anywhere else, he doesn't move. So what if I wanted to start in the middle? Well, we move this block over here to this part, and we change this to 0. Now he will always start in the center. So if I click this again, and if I move this, then now he starts in the middle. But maybe after a while, I eventually want him to, go back to the center, like if he gets too far off screen. So I'm clicking on him every time he gets to that point. And he doesn't go entirely off screen. So that's very good. That's how that works. So the nice thing about these is that they can't move entirely off screen. As long as a part of them is still on the screen, then they will continue moving. But eventually that part gets small enough that they stop moving. So now you kind of understand how that all works. But yeah, that's how you get him to move. But maybe I want him to not move, or not just move in that direction. You can make him move negative steps, so now he moves in the other direction, but that's not entirely, but that's like just kind of boring. So what if we made him move, or what if we did that, and then we made him turn? Now he turns 15 degrees. boom, he's rotating. Yeah. And it doesn't automatically get him facing the same way anymore, so we're just going to add that and that. And now he starts right back at the center. Boom. So we've made him move. And that's all cool. But, I mean, it's really not too complicated. So, yeah. Now he will always move in these directions in this particular way. But what if we wanted him to move towards my mouse pointer, or where my mouse is? Well, now he's just following my mouse. But the moment that I take that off of it, he will continue, or he won't move towards it, my mouse pointer. Or if actually, yeah. So that is interesting, or that's cool. So if we put this here, then teleport. So it's kind of like I'm dragging him, but he's not actually being dragged by the mouse pointer. He's just following it on purpose because he's creepy. Look at this guy. Like he's stalking me. But this is but that just allows you to put him wherever you want now. And never mind. We're gonna so let's see. Can I? All right. If I get him at the exact center with just my, yeah, I won't be able to do that. Anyway, that's cool. But yeah, that's how that works. So now you know how to make him constantly follow your mouse pointer. And in the next video that happens, we will learn about more movement. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Nerf Nerd. Otherwise, Strong Pepe is gonna smash you. Unfortunately, we don't have the visual of him right now, but don't worry. He's coming to my friend. Oh wait, he's right outside my house. Oh, he's at my neighbor's house. Yeah, my neighbor didn't subscribe. And you're next. So, thank you for watching, and again, subscribe and smash the like button.